Hey guys, welcome to the video. The purpose of me making this video is to show you guys my process of fixing the unbalanced drum. If your washing machine does this, it doesn't complete the spin cycle, this is what you're going to need to do. This is my process. You can see here how the drum is very uneven when it spins, and then when it ramps up, it hits that error code, that UR or UN for being unbalanced. Okay, so if you need to pause the video here, you can see the suspension rods that I purchased are dampeners. I used my DC68 here, which is the washer type that I have, to find the parts, the replacement parts. However, I also want to mention that my washing machine is about 5 years old, so I actually needed to use the exact model number to cross-reference because the parts are now made for like a DC 97, I think they're up to, or 98 or something. So anyways, I had to make sure that the parts were compatible, and I had to use not only the DC 68, but I had to use the full model number. And when you buy them, they're going to come in a 4-pack like that. The first process that you saw me do there was remove those 2 screws under the lid. You're going to need to remove those first, and then in the back there's going to be additional screws to get this whole lid propped up to access the drum. On this particular washing machine, you can see I needed to remove the faceplate, or the cover, the control cover, and in the back here I'm trying to figure out where the ground wires are. There's 2 ground wires that I also had to remove to get this whole top section propped up. Okay, so once I had this cover up, then I located the final 2 screws, which I'm showing here. There's one of them, and then the opposite side, the same thing, but those are the last 2 screws holding down the whole top. So I'm going to take those out, and then there's actually an additional ground wire I'm going to take off on this side here. Once those are off, I can actually prop up the whole top and access the drum. That's what I need to get to change out these rods. While I'm doing that, I'll just mention 2 things. Notice the washing machine is unplugged. And then the second thing I wanted to mention was, if you're going to replace these suspension rods, just do all 4 at the same time. Okay, so now you can see the whole lid comes up where I can access, oh, forgot that ground wire. But you can see the whole lid comes up, or the whole top section comes up where I can access the drum. So from here, I just need to find something to hold the drum up, because there's still wires, electrical wires going from the controls down. So I can't completely take it off, but I'm just gonna have to prop it up. Okay, so here you can see the rods in each corner. The most difficult rod to swap out is going to be the one that's in the right rear, because it has a clip that holds the water feed away from contact in the drum. So you just got to unclip it. Okay, once you get that unclipped, the rods essentially are just suspended in place, and the drum is just sitting on the end of those rods. So if you lift it up and then you extend the rod down out, you can actually just unclip it. It doesn't require any tools to take the rods out. In fact, the only tools I used in this whole process was a screwdriver and a flashlight. Okay, so here's the old rod. For whatever reason, this rod's going to be, the spring on this side is compressed more, or the rod is bent, whatever happened when the washing machine got overloaded at one point. So we're going to pitch that. We're going to hang the new rod in here real quick. I'm going to grab under the drum and just slide it into its spot and put the clip back on. Okay, so now I just have the other three rods to replace. One thing that I like to do when I'm replacing these is I'm kind of holding the drum up. I'm doing that because the weight of the drum, why let the drum fall all the way down on one side where I can potentially bend these new rods I'm putting in. So I just like to hold the weight of the drum up as much as I can to avoid it from from falling all the way to one side when the rod's not in place. So just try to hold the drum up as you replace them. Oh, if you have some gloves to throw on before, that would be helpful, because this grease does not wash off with soap. It's like you need that orange cleaner to get it off. While you're here, you might as well clean the top of the drum if there's like dust and lint up in there, because that's just going to be a place for mildew to grow eventually. So give it a quick wipe. Okay, now that you're done, throw the cover back on and start putting all the screws back in that you took out. Okay, while you're here, you might as well give it a quick vacuum since you have it pulled out already. So give yourselves a little extra time. Replacing the rods is only going to take you maybe 20 minutes. Most of that time is going to be getting the cover off of the machine. But plan a little extra time to clean out your dryer vent or whatever you need to do back here while you have these pulled out. You might as well. Okay, so I'd say the total time I spent on this whole project, even with all this vacuuming, it was about an hour. So that's not too bad. And you saw my cost was about 50 bucks for the new rods, and I don't need to buy any special tools or anything. So I would say it's definitely worth it if your washer is, just a couple years old and it's out of balance. Definitely worth it. Like I said, you might as well, if you're here, you have the cleaner out, give it a quick wipe down, because if your machine, you can keep it free of mildew, that's what's going to preserve the life of the machine. You're putting money into the rods, so you might as well keep it clean. Don't forget these last two screws in the front, and you're pretty much good to go. And when you test the cycle, you'll notice that right around, I'd say about the 5-minute mark is really going to be when the spin cycle ramps up to its highest RPM. So if you can pass that 5-minute mark, then your machine's probably going to be good to go. All right, well, thanks for checking out the video. If you have anything else that would be helpful, throw it down in the comments for other people to see so they can get their washing machine up and running again. And thanks again.